But in the interim, so what do you do when your biggest fear, and that's why I said the monsters have come out from under the bed. So either they're, for a lot of people it's money. I mean, most of us are entrepreneurs here, we're always freaked out about money because you're constantly kind of working to have money come in. You don't know where it's coming from. You have to live totally in faith because it's by some miracle it shows up. A lot of people it's health. We have many people in our own community, big health stuff. God forbid we should get sick. That's a fear for a lot of people, especially if it's in the family. So dealing with that or dealing with a diagnosis. What is your security and what do you go through in your head if you think you're going to lose that? And the truth is, you will lose it someday because we're all leaving. Humans have a huge death denial thing. I'm never going to die. Yes, you are. And everyone you love is going to die and your animals are going to die and whatever. So, what to do? Well, obviously, live now. It's hard to do, but you see it and you hear it from people who have lived through trauma. They'll say, oh, I treasure every moment now. And what I do, and this is, because I'm a little bit of a Pollyanna and I grew up in such a stressful home environment that I learned very early to just find joy and pleasure in very little things. I mean little things, like a butterfly, or it's a sunny day, or you look around, you say, oh, I love this person, or this person makes me happy, or look at that little kid, he's trying to do something, or just turning your attention away from the fear, because in my experience, you can't make the fear go away. Linda might have some techniques to help you deal with fear, but it's human. It's natural to have fear. It's what you do with it that changes how you live every day. For some of us, we feel stressed like to that level, even though it may not look like that outside, inside it can feel like that. And he said something very interesting. He said genetically, humans actually have the information encoded in their cells to be incredibly creative and flexible and to think out ways to get out of the difficult situation that they're in. And so, for most of us, thank you, we have lived pretty pampered lives compared to many people and many different places on the planet. So when we're called to actually delve into that part of ourselves that is so brilliant and so creative and can work our way out of a really difficult situation, we're shocked that we can do it. But every single person in this room is capable of doing that. That's why we love movies and stories, to see people in these impossible situations, because we recognize that those are human beings too, and we probably could do it if we had to. And so a lot of people are in trauma today from various things going on in their lives. You might be traumatized by a past crisis that you've been in and see these people in our community in their crisis and you're like paralyzed. You can't do anything. Or maybe you get hyper helpful, which is wonderful. And there's no judgment either way about how you're going to respond, but what's important is to identify your own fear, your own monster, what is there for you, and how do you make a choice? Because this is where the danger is, right? See this little peanut of a head here? Right in here is the danger zone. That's where the thinking happens. That's why I almost died on the way to the IRS, even though it's just money. I mean, it's just money, right? But I couldn't see it that way because I was stuck in an old paradigm of what authority meant to me. So whatever that is for you, getting into that danger zone here in the brain and remembering that you're a human being and you have choice and you can choose to focus on something else.